こんにちは。本日はお付き合いいただきありがとうございました。大変申し訳ありませんが、私はまだ日本語を流暢に話すことができないので、英語で話します。Okay, don't worry. I'm not going to be speaking Japanese. In fact, that's exactly what I was just doing. I was informing my Japanese audience, if there is any, that I cannot actually speak Japanese fluently, but I am working on it. Trust me. And yeah, just like I do every year, I'm doing my annual playthrough. Not quite annual, but I try to make an annual playthrough Pool of Radiance. Because ever since reading the Japanese manual, I've learned a couple things that are interesting. And I'm also redoing my guide, or I'm adding to my guide. I'm changing stuff around on GameFAQs. I think that's how some you guys know me. It's my GameFAQs guide. So I'm going to be playing through the Japanese version, which is pretty much the same thing. There's only some minute differences. Like, for example, Aspect, who is Gold Leaf, one of the pre-generated characters. One of their stats is a point higher, but I can't remember which one. So, sorry. I have my party ready to adventure, though, so don't worry. We're going to get right into the action. 君たちは船に乗ってフランの町に着いた。向こうから男がやってくる。See, like, Kimi Tachiwa, that's you guys are, or you got. Kimi is you, or a way of saying you. Tachi means there's more than one person. So, it basically means like you guys, basically. Fune is boat. So I understand that. And Furan no machi. Machi is town or city. And then otoko is a man. I know that. So, anyways. Yokoso watashi wa Rolf. So I know that what he says there. Welcome, I'm Rolf. Furan no annai wo shimashou. Watashi ni tsuite kite kurasai. Okay. Well, I know last one he said follow me, but ここが正義の神の神殿です。神殿は全部で3つあります。それぞれ正義愛戦いの神です。この正義の神の神殿にはボラキオ司教がおられます。振り返ると Yeah, I'm gonna read this stuff. 船着き場です。今は危なくて、ほとんど船は出せませんが、私たちは何とかしようと思っています。Yeah, I can read it just really slowly. Sorry. ここは訓練場です。訓練やゲットができます。僕の仲間も見つけられるでしょう。I need to stop reading it so fast. ここが市役所です。中に入り、事務官の話を聞けば何をしていいかわかるでしょう。A lot of wakaru deshos in there. 右側は愛の神の神殿です。左は公園です。Okay, so to the right is the city part, or to the right is the shrine, and to the left is the park. I at least know that. この門の向こうは旧フランです。Old Flan. 今はモンスターの住処になっています。私の案内はここまでです。では、ごきげんよう。And then it says, ここからはあなたの手で行動してください。ここはスラムへの入り口だ。So it's the entrance to the slums. 見張りがじろじろと君たちを見てる。Yeah, okay, I'm nailing those pronunciations. I'm not making any mistakes whatsoever. So the first thing we're going to want to do is get some equipment. So I'm going to get out the area map, and we're going to go to this shop here. and I'm going to buy, you know what, wait, before we do that, let me introduce the party. It's my normal party, but if you're new here, I want to see, so I have I have a male human fighter, I have a male human cleric, who looks like Nat King Cole, I have a human male thief, I have a human fighter magic user, half elf, I'm sorry, not human, but half elf, because they don't look anything like humans, and same thing except a female, so there you go. Alright, now, since I'm using two of the regenerated characters, Gwydion and Felgar, I don't need to get them items, although their names have also been changed. Gwydion is now Rampart, or it could also be translated to Lambert, based on the spelling, and Felgar is now Ganglion, so, just in case you're curious. So we're going to buy these guys a long sword. I'll buy my thief a long sword because I don't... Oh yeah, this has the bastard sword too, so there's that too. But the thief can actually use a long sword in this game, which I could have swore went against AD&D rules, but whatever. So, sword and a shield for now. We're not going to need any armor. We can't really afford it at the moment. Also, you have to understand, with all due respect, because I know all the graphics in this game were done by Seiichi Okota, which is a single guy, like one guy doing everything. But the Japanese text in here, I can read it, but it just looks kind of funky, so that's another thing that makes it a little harder to read. That's not to say that I could read it much faster, but, you know, if it weren't like that, but anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Okay. So I'm going to be using save states, like I normally do, because otherwise, if I were on an actual Famicom, I would just save my game and reset if I needed to. Okay, so it says, Monster ga urotsuku furan no slamu ni haita. Kitanai mushi ya nezumi ga ashimoto o nigete yuku. Toku de keihou no yona oto ga kikoeru. Okay, I understood a bit of that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, see, they ran away. Yeah, get away. Don't bother me. Oh my god. Okay. Why are the random encounters so frequent here? Yeah. So this walkthrough is supposed to tackle the main battles and how to get through them. It's not really a walkthrough, it's a let's play. It's a let's play, guys. Sorry, false advertising. And I don't think we can advance, can we? Oh, yes, we can. Okay. Now, these guys can be pretty tricky, and actually, I did something that I shouldn't have done, or I didn't do something that I should have done, rather, which was equip my character's items before combat. If I can remember, I'm going to put that in my guide. There's a little glitch in this game where the first move misses and the second move hits, which is why I did what I just did. Oh, wait, where's her sword? Okay, never mind. I guess she'll just, maybe I accidentally bought an extra one, I don't know. I wasn't paying attention, I was distracted when I was talking while I was in the arms shop, so, sorry. Anyways, this is a pretty easy battle, you don't really need spells. We got a scroll here, so maybe later I'll see what it does, I don't know. And now we can actually rest here. So, let me see though, Sulby, or that's equipment, and we're gonna see what, yeah, okay, that's what it was. Okay, so I'm going to... See, I understand just enough Japanese, I know what the stuff says, or what it translates to, so... let me just run that by it. We'll learn a bit of Japanese on the way. This is dogu, or tools. And this is watasu, which means to give. So, we're gonna give this long sword. Actually, give the bottom one to Gold Leaf. I wish there was a way you could organize your inventory, but unfortunately that does not exist in this game. But now we can equip both. And yeah, you can rest here uninterrupted, which makes the inns in New Flan completely useless, especially because you have to pay. So I wouldn't recommend doing that for any reason. But if you want to, hey, there you go. That's another thing. I'm also going to speed up emulation while I'm resting, because it's going to take too long. So, Maho, magic. Oboeru, which means to remember. Okay, so we're gonna memorize Nemuri for now, which is sleep. Because that's the most useful spell we have right now, in my professional opinion. Alright, so we're done with that. We're going to go on to the next fight. Ripa Nakarada no Goblin ga wakai Goblin tachi ni tatakai o oshieteru. Suitsu wa niari to wareta. Goblin. Ode dame shino. Aite ga mitsukata ze. I couldn't have said it better than, couldn't have said it better myself, but okay. What I would advise in this fight, because this is the first battle in the game where you're dealing with leaders, is try to get to the leader. You may not have enough moves to do it though, but that's because the leaders are armed with bows and arrows. Same goes for the kobolds and the hobgoblins. They can actually do long range damage, so that is why I would advise trying to get to them, but you may not be able to, and if you can't, that's fine, but at least these guys have a different armor class. Oh, but there's something I forgot to show you guys, what the Japanese manual mentions that the US manual does not, and here it is. So, two things. One, I can't really demonstrate right now, but the US manual says characters that are placed in auto combat, which is this option here, literally says auto, or auto, can only be set to manual again in the game's options. That is not true though. During that character's turn, while they're in auto mode, the Japanese manual explains if you press the B button, you can actually regain control. And I did try this, and it took me a couple attempts, but it did actually work. So there's that. This battle's not going on long enough, so I'm not going to demonstrate it. But here's the real kicker, and this is one that I never figured out. Again, US manual does not say this. If you go to Kogeki here, or the aim option, and you highlight an enemy, whether they're in or out of range, and you press the select button, you can actually view their stats. You get to see their current health, their maximum health, their armor class, and their status, Jotai. So, which means like functioning. So, there you go. Hopefully that makes things a little easier for you when you play the game. And I'm going to be using that quite a bit here, because I still need to get the AC for some of the enemies. Now, in the computer versions, this option was already there. You simply use the aim function on an enemy, and you can it'll tell you not only those stats, but it'll also tell you what kind of weapon they have. This version, unfortunately, doesn't do that, so we're just going to have to bear with that. But other than that, there you go. So, when it's my fighter's turn, I'm going to try to get him over to that goblin leader so he can't attack. Let's see if we can... Nope, can't get that one. But they're not orcs, so they're not too hard. I could cast Sleep and end the battle quickly, but because these enemies are usually so easy, I'm not going to really bother here. Although I did just lose somebody, so we're going to go to Bogyo and Teote. Excuse me. I don't know if you heard me burp there. Alright, there we go. We got the goblin leader, but he's not quite dead yet. I think he's got one more. So, what do we have here with the goblin guard? So, that was another thing, too. Some of the battles, like with the level, 6 level fighters, 8 level fighters, sometimes in the battles, especially the Buccaneer base, and I think the Flan guards, the battle icons look the same. So, it was hard for me to keep track, and as a result, for a while, I never actually wrote down what enemies you're facing exactly. There's still a few battles in my walkthrough that are like that. So now I can finally get the exact characters. Oh, and they're surrendering, so that's good. Usually if a battle goes on long enough, or if there's one enemy left, you got a good chance of that happening. And you still get the experience from killing them. You only don't get experience if they run away, and I accidentally said continue battle. That's not what I wanted. Let's see, did I get anything? Yes, I did. We got leather armor. I'm going to give that to the thief, because thieves are known for wearing leather armor. Okay, we're going to speed it up here. Okay. Now we're going to go into the... Okay. Wow, I'm encountering a lot of enemies. I don't remember that being such a thing in the Japanese version. Konohe wa kitanakute hidoku nioteru. This room smells horrible. I agree. Alright. Hiroku kitanai heya da. Okiku te darashinai dobutsu ga itai yo da. Dobutsu, by the way, is animal. So that's why the Japanese version of Animal Crossing is called Dobutsu no Mori, or the Forest of Animals, which I've never played. I have the Switch one, it came with mine, but never played it. But this is where our first secret in the game is. We're going to search, or shiraberu, same thing. Nagai kawabukuro wo mitsuketa. Akete mimasu ka? Let's take it. And here we get a short bow. I'm going to give that to my character. And there's a second one we're going to get. I would not recommend selling these just yet because these are magical short bows. I think they're +1. And they're really going to help in the game. But, yeah, if you're lucky, unless the game says that monsters are angry or that they surprise you in the slums, anyway, if you select wait, they will run away. And here we have a secret treasure room, which also has a short bow. Remember, you get experience points for that too. So there's a battle down here, but we're not going to enter into the same area, but we're going to do that later. We're going to kind of take it one at a time. Okay. Kobold tachi ga shokuji wo shiteita. And the kobold says, Nanda omaira deteke. No, we're not going to leave. Screw you, okay? Screw you. And I should have bought my thief a sling, but I didn't think about that. Let's get the kobold leader. Oh, okay. Yeah, so whenever I run across new enemies, I'm going to try that function with the aiming thing and the stat viewer. Let's just call it the stat viewer, okay? That's easier. I'll probably forget that term as soon as I'm done with this video, but shut up, okay? That's all you need to know. Shut up. Okay. Come on. There we go. I didn't get to look at his stats, though, which makes me sad. I forgot to do it. As you can see, kobolds aren't very strong. They only have 3 hit points, the leaders have 4, and their armor class is pretty low, so they're pretty easy to hit. And if you're not familiar with AD&D rules, basically the higher your armor class, the better chance you have of hitting someone or being hit. So, just, and then you have something called Thako, which I can't remember what it means, although the O is actually a 0, if I'm not mistaken. And that's your chance, your probability of hitting an enemy. Or an enemy hitting you, of course. Depending on the context. Okay, so kobolds are really easy, and they also don't require much strategy, if any. I mean, you can literally just slice and dice them. They're pretty easy. There's another enemy coming up in the next mission that we'll fight once, and they're also the easiest enemy in the game. We're not going to come across too many characters like that, but there are a few in this game that require pretty much no effort to defeat. And if we're lucky, we might get something. And we did. We got bracers. Ooh, let's give those to our fighter. And for those who aren't in the know, bracers are supposed to lower your armor class, but sometimes they don't. Like in this case. Doesn't do shit. Okay, whatever. Alright. I'm going to skip the fortune teller thing, though, because, and I was just surprised by orcs. I don't want to do that. There's a fortune teller here, but she really serves no purpose. But there is something interesting. You can actually kill her. And the game says you feel like you've made a grave error. I guess we'll do it just for entertainment.
Irashai, one or ichi-GP de uranai wo shite ageru yo.
Yeah, let's do it. Is this supposed to be her talking? Because I don't see the quote marks.
Nawato meiro to kaibutsu ga miemasu. Futatsu ga arawasu. Basho ni kaibutsu ga iru no desu. Anata gata de wa katenai desho.
And, okay, the fortune telling is finished. Now, it's weird because in the US version, and not the computer version, only the US version, it says she falls exhausted over the table and waves you away. The computer versions literally just say the fortune telling is finished, just like this version does. So I don't know why they did that. Anyways, let's kill her, and So you kill her, and then it says Kimitachi no shitakoto ni wa tenbatsu ga kudaru daro. The US version, or the computer version, say the gods have noted your actions. The US version says you feel you've made a creative error. And for a long time, I didn't get what that did. I'm going to make another save state here because I'll show you what it does. It increases the monster encounters. Thank you, Clue Book. Even though you're geared toward the PC version, I now know that. And apparently there's supposed to be more enemies in the battles as well, but I haven't really noticed that. Okay, so let's just go to the next battle. I know my thief's not quite healed up, but that's okay. And the orc says, "Koko wa washira no ie da. Tedeku or teteiku." I can only assume that means leave. I'll admit I don't know. I understand ie, which means house. So I was close with that. Also notice I put my thief in the front ranks because I like to have my Nick and Goldleaf be, like kind of archers. Now, because orcs have a low armor class, in fact, let's look at their stats. The leader's got 8 hit points, AC 2. Normal one's got 5 points, AC 1. But their armor class is pretty tough, so we're going to put them to sleep.
And you will go to sleep, or I will put you to sleep. Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
Does anyone remember that? Oh yeah, I need to say that too. Speaking of Happy Gilmore, rest in peace, Carl Weathers, aka Chubbs. That's where I first knew him, was Happy Gilmore. Maybe that's something that I shouldn't be proud of, but I am. There we go. Okay, good. I didn't have to put that orc to sleep. I got him. And here we go. All right. Ooh, we got 3 long swords, 1 flail, and we got chainmail. So I'm gonna give the long swords to those characters. Felger can have the flail, and actually Gwydion can have the chainmail, and I'll just trade his current one off to another character. So let's do that now. That way, especially because now I'll know which item to get rid of. Oh, actually, no, I don't need to do that because, yeah, see, there's your Thako down there, which again tells you how good of a shot you have at hurting someone. But let's take away that banded mail. See, now his AC is 2. The chainmail is now 0. So let me see, was that the same? Yeah, it was. But you know what? This chainmail's worth more, so I'll wear it anyway. And let's equip him with the upgraded flail. So let's see, how does that work? 19, 18. Really? That? Yeah. Oh, I see. That's the new one. Okay, good. Let's keep that. Let's memorize some spells. See, there's a magic thing here, but it's doesn't really do anything. Or you can cast certain spells, which is weird because the camp menu, there's another casting option, which is just kind of weird. Anyways, also note that in this version, in this game, you don't actually pray for spells. For clerics, you memorize them. So I actually do kind of like how they condensed it like that. It's kind of cool. Okay, so we're gonna speed this up a bit, just so because I'm trying to fit as much as I can into one video. Okay, so next one we're gonna be dealing with some hobgoblins, which are a little tougher than orcs. So, and they say Doroboda. Okay, good to know. Okay, good. No leaders. Bad thing is I can't check their AC. Oh, I did not mean to get that close, but okay, that's fine. Let's see. At first, I don't know if my sleep spells are... Oh, I got all 3 of them. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now all I have to do is just look at their stats and then put them all down. Okay. Yeah, 6 hit points and an AC of 0, so that means they're going to be moderately hard to hit. So we got to take that into account. And I may or may not sound like I'm an AD&D whiz, but if you said that I wasn't, well, you're absolutely right. I've always wanted to play the pen and paper and the the board games, but nobody I know wants to play them with me. I don't own any personally, and then all the people I know that do own AD&D just don't that board games and stuff don't want to play them ever. So it's like, and we got the treasure here, so that's pretty good. Oh, we got a longbow. Ooh, I'm gonna give that. So I'm gonna give that to my guy, and then I'm gonna give the halberd to the thief. I don't know if he can use it, but I might sell it later. And then I'm gonna trade the short bow to my fighter. That way we don't always have to fight, you know, close quarters. I'm getting some good items already. I'm actually surprised. Note that, yeah, some of these treasures are set and others are randomized, which you'll find out in my walkthrough, my strategy guide, if you watch that. So, and yes, I do want to give it away, even though it's already equipped. Okay. We'll worry about selling stuff like kind of near the end of the video. I might make these segments a little longer than I did before. Like, instead of 30 minutes, maybe more like 40 minutes. Okay, so, Yang tachi wa chika no hakaba wo ajito ni shiteru rashize. Iro no chikaku ni arunda toyo. Okay. Awesome. Alright, so we're going to fight one of the more major battles here. Monster no mihari ga tachi mukatte kita. And this is our first encounter with an ogre, or an ogre. These guys have 21 hit points and an AC of 5. Now these guys are mean, so I would definitely recommend pelting this guy off first. Because when he hits you with this club, he can do some pretty good damage to you. When it's your mage's turn, I would put the goblins to sleep, so you can focus on the ogre, or at least get the goblin leader to sleep. So but in this case, yeah, I'm gonna try to have my fighter go after the ogre and everyone else that's right next to him. Fortunately, they're in a pretty convenient spot, and see, as you can see, he took over a third of my health away. So, you're most likely not going to get the ogre, but you should be able to get the goblins at least. And in this case, I did not do that. So, let's get the longbow. Wish it showed your Thako here, but for some reason it doesn't. So again, just focus on the ogre. Don't worry about anything else. But after you put the goblins to sleep, have everyone attack the ogre. It's very important that you dispatch them ASAP. Don't worry about the goblins waking up, because like a ton of turns have to go by for that. But just get everybody you can to take care of the ogre. Usually you can get to him, or you can defeat him before he makes a second move. In this case, I did not do that successfully, so take care of the ogre first. Okay, I was gonna say, man, how many more times I gotta hit him? We're gonna bandage or teote, and we are going to go after the goblins. That sounds like a band name. I'm sure it is, the Goblins. So let's make this quick. Alright, let's see what we got. We got a hammer. Is it MC hammer, or is it just a hammer? I'm probably just gonna sell that. I don't have very good luck with the hammers. Okay. And let's memorize some magic. Oh, both of their spells are used. Okay, so good thing I checked. Alright, so we're going to turn the search mode on here, or Sosaku. Honto ni karapo de nani mo nai heya da. Oh, what's this? Yukai taga yurunderu tokoru ga atta. Kojiakete miru to takara no hako ga detekita. Okay, I'll try doing that less and less, okay? How about that? We got a shield. I was going to give it to my fighter, but unfortunately his inventory's full. At the end of this video, I'm going to sell a bunch of stuff. And we're almost done. We got a couple more battles, though. Damn it. Okay, normally I don't do random battles, but I didn't save here, so it's fine. I'm going to try to defeat him, though, without using these spells, though. There we go. So we're going to need them now. Okay. So, Monster ga yukute o saigita. And as you can see, we got a pretty hefty battle here. And it's the same thing as last time, pretty much. Except instead of Except a little more other enemies besides the ogre, and they're not goblins. So we're gonna cast Sleep on the orcs. You may not get all of them. Let's see. Oh, I did. Man, I've been getting it lucky here. 14 points. Wow, that's actually pretty good for a level 1 fighter. It's not often I see that much damage. Okay, and I was trying to go up diagonally, and the game sometimes will, like, I don't know if it's a glitch or something, it will just end your turn when you try to do that. Doesn't happen that often, but it actually delays your turn, which is the same, or which isn't the same thing as ending your turn. So, the US version, it's called guard, that option, but in the Japanese version, it makes more sense. It's literally just called end. And I forgot he does not have a sling, so I'm gonna have to go up to this ogre. But my thief's never good at hitting things, so there's that too. Oh, once again, the ogre takes out a good chunk of my fighter's health. So I'm trying to get all. There we go. So we finally dispatched him, and now we can just worry about the orc. I'd focus on the living one, but you don't have to necessarily. It's just a good idea. I'm going to get a little closer. I don't know if that affects whether or not you hit an enemy or not, but I just do it because it's quicker. Alright. So let's see if we got anything from that. No, we did not. Alright, let's see what's next. Monster no Rida Tachi ga atsumateita. Yeah, now this one I definitely want to check their stats. But I did something stupid, which is I didn't rest. Which is like the #1 rule. Rest after every battle that you take damage. When you can. There's some areas where you can't do it. And that's fine. Like the graveyard. That's why I hate the freaking graveyard. It sucks, but you gotta do it. Okay. Try this again. I'll try casting Sleep, but I don't think that's really gonna have much of an effect. Oh, I got the Null Leader. Okay, so the Ogre Leader has 32 points and an AC of 7. The Null Leader has 10 points and AC of 5, and the Hobgoblin Leader has 6 points and AC of 1. Which I think is more similar to a normal Hobgoblin than a Leader, but normally I wouldn't go after the Null first. I would actually say take care of the Ogre again. Make quick work of him before he can do much damage to you. And I just failed to do that miserably, so forgive me. I'm going to plead ignorance on that one. Since my Thief's already next to the Hobgoblin, I'm just going to keep trying to hit him. But my Thief has really bad Thako. He's not going to do much, if anything at all. He never does, but you need him in some parts of the game, so I'm going to keep him. That's another recommendation I would have when you're playing through this game is try to have try to have a character of every class in your party. So make sure you have a fighter, a magic user, a cleric, and a thief, because they can all come in handy in certain areas, especially the magic users. Yeah, it sucks they have such low, hit points and stuff, but at least they can, what they make up, or what they lack in brawn, they make up in brains, I guess you could say. I don't know. Ooh, I actually killed the ogre. That's good. I think that means you get more experience when that happens. Someone who knows AD&D better than me can answer that, maybe? Whew. Yeah, it's weird. Sometimes you'll kill the enemies and it'll, Oh yeah, I forgot to turn the search mode off. Do that too. Or make sure you only use the search mode when, like, I'll tell you where you can find stuff in the game and in my guide as well. But make sure you do that because, having the search mode on actually increases the probability of random encounters. So there's actually one final boss we have to take care of, but we're not going to do it in this video though. And damn it, that didn't work either. Okay. So what I'm going to do now though is actually go back to Flan and sell my items, and then I'm going to end the video. Because again, I want you, like my last playthrough, I want you guys to know what I'm actually selling, or what I'm actually doing at the shop, so you don't have to be like, wait, am I supposed to get rid of this item or not? Basically, my tip to you, and I may choose to stop doing that in my future videos of this, like go into the item shop, because it does consume a lot of time, as well as the training. You'll know if I train my characters because in the next video they'll have more hit points. So that's another. Those are things I'm going to be doing between the videos. But basically, really, you should be choosing on your own. If it's your first time playing, I can give you an assurance. There's no like items that like for example, you don't need a certain item to get through a certain part of the game. Besides the fireball necklace, we are going to need that, but we're going to get that in the next video, and I'm already going to tell you if something's necessary in this game, keep it. So far, there's nothing we've gotten besides the upgraded weapons that we would really want to keep. So I'm going to start selling stuff. I'm going to sell the scroll. It probably has something good on it, but I don't really care. Oh, this flail is worth more for some reason. Okay, and why does he have his bad longsword equipped still? He shouldn't, because this is the good one. Okay. Let's sell the scroll. I forgot to give my character the banded mail, but that's okay. Wait, he's got a shield. Is that a good one, or is that... Yes, it is. Okay. Then we'll just let Felger keep the shield. How about the flail? No, we don't need that. Okay. I thought I just went through his items too, but... halberd. I didn't even equip the leather armor on him. You know what? Before I sell those, I'm gonna keep them to see what they do in battle. They probably won't help though, and I probably can't even use them. So I don't know, but we'll see. All right. Long sword. Yep. Okay. So that'll do it for that. I would also recommend trying to get your I'm gonna do this in this part of the video just so you guys know how it works and everything. I'm gonna try it. So training's 1,000 gold pieces. I have 2,000. So my priority is getting him trained to level 2. Now see, he got over 10 hit points, which is good for a fighter. Otherwise, I would say reset the game or make a save state and walk around a bit before trying to retrain. And it took me years to realize that the teacher here is actually supposed to be Arnold Schwarzenegger. In the computer version, you actually went into the training hall and went to a separate door for each class, and there'd be someone there to train you. But yeah. I don't know why she's blowing me kisses. That's kind of creepy, but okay. We didn't even go to the city clerk at the beginning of the game, but that's okay because that's not required. And as far as I know, none of the shops, like for example, you sell a longsword somewhere, they'll give you more for it than another store. I don't think this game does that, which is actually nice because you don't have to go searching around. Actually, I know a way to find that out. Let's see if our longswords actually, let's go to the silver shop. Let's go to the silver shop really quick. We're almost done here. Like I said, I'll keep it around, 40 minutes long, but yeah, see, he still offers 1,000. Let's see if the silver shops do anything different. Okay. I don't think they do, but let's see if they do. Nope. Keep clicking on the wrong item. Sorry about that. No, okay, but that's good because you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry, oh, what if this store is scamming me? Nope. They don't seem to do that in this game, so... Alright, so we're going to go back, and in the next part, we're going to hopefully finish off the slums completely. Actually, one more thing. I'm going to train my cleric as well. Because he's in the front ranks, we need to make sure he's trained pretty good. But 13 points, I'm not going to take that. So, we're going to try that again. 16, I think we could do a little better than that. There we go, 20. Like I said, I try to get 10 hit points on some characters. Some of them won't go up that far, so you'll just have to settle with 5 hit points or something. That's fine. Anyways, so yeah, when we come back, are you serious? Yeah, sometimes that can happen. As soon as you enter an infested area, you get a random encounter. It sucks. I'm gonna rest here. And yeah, the next part we're gonna hopefully finish off the slums, then we'll probably start on Sokol Keep a little bit. So yeah, so in my future videos, I'm not going to do the shops or the training. My recommendation is train anytime your character. I mean, if you look at the manual or my guide, whichever you prefer, my guide's probably a little more accessible. You could see the experience table, which tells you how much you need. Now, actually, this video is going to be a little bit longer. You know what? Screw it. It's going to be like 45 minutes longer. Just give me a second here, because there's actually, now that I think about it, there's something that I want to discuss. Hang on. Okay. Because I'm actually going to do something. I'm going to do the unthinkable, and I'm actually going to appear on camera and do this because the video is pretty much over, the playthrough. But I want to talk about a few things. I want to talk about when to train, and I want to talk about what items to sell and which ones you should keep. So this video might be longer, but let's see. Let me see where my camera is. Let me see. All right, here we go. Hello, everyone. I'm Nick. Hope you like my Chattanooga Cats shirt. I love it. Anyways, so training. You should, because this was something I used to get on my guide all the time, and I mentioned this stuff in my guide, but in case you don't want to read that or whatever. So training, you always want to look at the experience table and look at your characters' experience points, obviously. But another thing, make sure characters are leveled out. So for example, if you have a fighter that's level 3, a cleric, and I put this in my guide actually just now. I'll probably upload over the weekend. You have a fighter that's level 3, cleric that's level 2, mage that's level 1. You need to get everyone up to speed with the fighter, with the highest level member of the party. In this example, it's the fighter. So you'd want to get the mage to level 2, then you want to get the cleric to level 3, then you want to get the mage to level 3. Or it could also be the mage. Once the mage and cleric are even out, you can get the mage up, and then you can get the cleric up. Also note that if you have, if you're new to D&D games, or wherever you're playing through this, if you have multi-class characters like my characters Nick and Goldleaf, they're fighters and magic users, so they actually have. So when you get experience points, they're obviously when you win a battle, you get experience points. They're divided among party members, but they also get divided among subclasses. So not all my experience that my character gets. Nick, he doesn't get all the experience points for the fighter one. He gets them for fighter and magic users. They're divided evenly. I'm not going to use a number as an example. It's pretty easy to understand, but basically that's the deal. As far as selling weapons in the game, so anyways, short answer: train when your character's strong enough. Get your fighters trained first, and then you could either do clerics or mages. I'd personally go with mages. And then your thieves last, because they're kind of worthless in this game. I know I said they had some uses, which they do, especially in the Copel Mansion area, but they're worthless in this game, other than that. So, other than that, and make sure they're leveled with each other whenever you can. And as far as selling weapons, because this goes hand in hand with the training thing, that's how you afford to do it. First of all, sell all your gems and jewelry, because, well, this version of the game only has gems, because they're only used for money. In fact, I didn't even check if I had any. I might go back to the store between takes and do that. So make sure you do that. But as far as selling an item, I'd say, like, if you get like a hammer or a halberd, like I said earlier, in the next part I'm going to try having my thief use those weapons, if not my fighter or whatever, and then I'll sell them if I don't think they're working out great. If they're not hitting a lot of enemies, or they're hitting but they're not doing a lot of damage, then I'm probably going to give them away, or not give them away, but sell them at the armor shop. Always sell weapons and armor at the armor shop. You can drop stuff if you want, but then you can't pick it up, and then you don't get any money for it. That's another deal. So, sorry for all my ranting here, but I'm just thinking about this stuff now, and like I said, I'll try to add it to my guide if I can remember. But as far as selling items, there's some items too you'll get later in the game, like fine tapestries and like a pendant, like dragon pendant or opal pendant or something like that. Those are literally just to sell. As far as I know, they don't have any impact on your fighting ability whatsoever. I don't think you can use them as weapons, so it'd be funny if you could, though. So that's what I would recommend. But if anyone does have any additional questions concerning when to train your characters, or as far as what items to use or whatever, feel free to either leave a comment or send me an email. My email's in my strategy guide. I don't want to, I'm not going to post it here because I'm going to get a bunch of spam from like unlegitimate accounts and stuff. But if you have a genuine question, something that I didn't cover, anything about this game that I can help you with, feel free to reach out. I love helping people, especially with this game. My favorite game of all time. I get to help someone, like, oh yeah. Fun fact, I actually helped Steve66 with the game, and that's, you know, the ending video he posted. I think he gave me a shout out, I can't remember. I was actually surprised when I found out he was the same guy as The End. The guy who reviewed, like, Hillsfar and the CDI Mario and Zelda games. I was actually surprised, but I was really flattered that that guy asked me for help. So, I don't remember what it was for, but it was for this game. That's all I remember. So thanks so much, guys, for watching. Sorry the video's so long. Sorry that I keep ranting and raving and everything. I'm going to see you guys later. I'm in a new spot at work. I'm going to make new vlogs. I picked up a bunch of stuff. But I thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for sticking with me all these years and sticking up with my weirdness, especially with my Japanese speaking, my horrible Japanese speaking. And I thank you guys so much. God bless each and every one of you. I will see you guys later. God bless. Peace out. Have a good one. I'll see you on the next video. Next playthrough. Whatever. You know what I mean.